Bound by Love. This is my first same-sex romance story. I dedicate it to my dear friend Mia-chan, who encouraged me to embrace and write love stories like this. Her stories inspired me to tell our own tale of love and courage. Loving her isn't wrong. Love is the purest, most beautiful feeling in the world, and I love her deeply no matter what. Tonight is the night of the autumn gathering, when the witches of our community come together at the Crescent Hall. The hall is consecrated to Selene, goddess of love and light. Ironically, tonight they plan to use the magic of this sacred night to bind my heart and erase who I truly am. They brought me here to forget love. I'm tied tightly to a chair with shimmering threads of enchanted silver, situated exactly where the heart chakra would be. The threads burn and pinch, threatening to tear through my skin and soul. Around me, senior witches sit in a crescent shape, whispering the silenced hymns. You're probably wondering, what crime did I commit? Why am I being punished? My crime is loving someone I wasn't supposed to. My marriage was arranged with a man named Daniel, but my heart belongs to his sister, Eva. Eva is the most radiant soul I have ever known. Her eyes shine like stars, her laughter captivates me, and her gentle touch is intoxicating. When the elders discovered our love, their first act was to separate us. Now they prepare a spell, a potion brewed with the tears of 1,000 orchids, and the chance of despair, to make me forget her forever. But I believe in our love's power. No curse spell can extinguish the flame we share. Before coming here, I sent a secret message to Eva, warning her of what would happen. Yet the hall is surrounded by formidable enchantments. How could Eva possibly come to my rescue? Suddenly, the heavy hall doors burst open. There she stands in a cloak of deep indigo, her family's ancient wand, the Lumina wand, gripped firmly in her hand. With steady voice she commands, "Elders, I ask you once. Release me and my love." I can hardly believe my eyes. Hope surges within me like a roaring tide. The witch leading the ritual snarls, "You've made a dangerous mistake, Eva. Both of you will be bound by our spell." Eva smiles softly and replies, "The greatest magic in the universe is love, something your spells cannot break." The elder casts a dark curse, but it rebounds harmlessly from Eva. The hall falls into stunned silence. No one has ever resisted her power before. "You have never truly understood love's strength," Eva says confidently. "Please give me my beloved." Her words are fierce and unyielding. A strange, radiant energy pulses from her, filling the space with warmth. The elder calls upon the other witches, but the battle that follows only proves Eva's unwavering spirit. She raises her wand and suddenly multiple images of her fill the room, clones shimmering with the same light and determination. The hall is engulfed by spells and shimmering energy as the struggle erupts. Then Eva appears by my side. "Hello, my heart," she whispers. "I knew you would come," I reply, tears streaming down my face. "I'd cross any realm for you," she says, kneeling to touch my bruised wrists. "Let me free you."
"No," I whisper.
"This needs stronger magic than either of us." She winks and twirls her wand. The enchanted threads vanish. I cup her face and kiss her gently. "We should run," she urges. "No," I say, pulling her close. "Why not?" "Because I trust you." Hand in hand we move to the statue of Selene. The other witches are occupied with the illusion battle. "Eva," I say, voice steady, "will you marry me?" Her brow creases with surprise. "Now." I nod. "But I haven't even asked yet." "Tonight, your courage says all I need to know." We intertwine our fingers and face each other. Before we can speak again, a bright light shines from above. Selene herself appears, her presence radiant and kind. "It has been centuries since I've witnessed such pure love," she says. "I will be honored to join you in this union." Our joy spills forth in tears, laughter, and gentle kisses. "We are ready," we say together. Selene smiles and adorns us with shimmering gowns of moonlight. She offers 2 delicate rings carved from moonstone. We exchange our vows, saying "I do" to one another as our hearts soar. "By my blessing, I pronounce you united in love and strength forever," Selene declares, her light enveloping us. Afterward, I stand breathless. "We should tell the elders," I say. Eva nods and clears the lingering fog. I raise my hand and the witches fall silent, eyes wide in astonishment. Madame Morwen's face pales as Eva and I entwine our hands, rings shining beneath Selene's glow. You are all invited to our wedding celebration, we declare in unison. Love is never a crime. It's a power that no spell can contain. A hush fell over the Crescent Hall, the tension palpable as every witch's gaze turned toward us. Madame Morwen's lips tightened into a thin line, her eyes flickering with a mixture of anger and disbelief. But I stood taller than ever before, feeling Eva's steady grasp around my hand. Together we faced the Council of Witches, our community, and dared to show them love in its truest form. We are no longer hiding, Eva declared, her voice ringing clear. Our love is real, and it deserves your respect. A few whispers stirred among the crowd. Some witches exchanged glances, uncertainty softening their previously stern expressions. Others looked away conflicted. Madame Morwen stepped forward, her voice cold yet controlled. You defy tradition, young ones. The balance of our coven relies on order, and this reckless love threatens it. Eva's eyes shone brighter. Love is the foundation of all magic. Without it, what power do we truly have? The hall seemed to pulse with her words. Silence stretched before a gentle voice spoke from the back. It was Elder Celine, a wise woman known for her fairness. Perhaps it is time to reconsider our ways. We cannot cage love in fear, nor suppress the bonds that strengthen us all. Others nodded slowly, voices rising in cautious agreement. Madame Morwen's glare turned sharp, but she said nothing further. In that charged moment, Celine stepped forward and raised a hand to silence all. Let this be a new dawn. Love in all its forms is sacred. Let the coven's path forward be one of acceptance. Warmth spread through the hall as the tension melted into hopeful murmurs. Eva smiled, squeezing my hand gently. We've just opened a new chapter. Not only for us but for everyone. As the moonlight filtered through stained glass, Celine's blessing seemed to linger in the air. Around us, the witches began to lower their defenses, some even approaching with softened smiles and tentative hugs. Madame Morwen retreated, but not before casting one last glance our way, a gaze that hinted at grudging respect. Later, under the silver glow of the moon, our wedding celebration burst into joyous life. Music filled the air as witches shared stories, laughter, and danced freely, breaking the old shadow of fear. Eva leaned into me, resting her head on my shoulder, whispering, "We fought for love, and tonight love wins." I kissed her temple. This is only the beginning. Together we can change everything. Around us, the community embraced the promise of a future where love knows no bounds. And so our story continues. Not just of two hearts intertwined, but of an entire coven transformed by the courage to love openly and unconditionally. The celebrations lasted deep into the night, filled with laughter, music, and the warmth of unity. For the first time in as long as I could remember, the Crescent Hall felt alive with hope, a sanctuary reborn through love's quiet revolution. As dawn approached, a soft hush fell among the remaining revelers. Eva and I stepped outside, the cool morning air wrapping around us like a gentle promise. I never imagined this day would come, I whispered, looking up at the pale pink sky. Neither did I, Eva replied, taking my hand. But we made it. Together. Our fingers tightened around each other, grounding us to the moment. A world forever changed by our courage. Yet, amid this hope, I couldn't shake a flicker of concern. I glanced back toward the hall where Madame Morwen had disappeared. Do you think she'll accept this? Truly accept it? I asked. Eva considered for a moment, then nodded slowly. She's strong and proud, but even the oldest magic can bend to love's light. It may take time, but I believe change starts with us. Just then, a soft wind carried a whisper from the trees nearby, stirring the fallen leaves. I smiled, sensing that the goddess Celine's presence was still with us, watching, guiding. The road ahead might be uncertain, and challenges would surely come. But for the first time we weren't alone. We had each other, and a coven slowly awakening to the power of acceptance. Let's face whatever comes next, I said. As partners, as witches, as two souls bound by love. Eva leaned in and kissed me under the waking sky. Forever, she promised. And in that moment the world felt infinite, as if all the stars had aligned to bless our story, lighting the way for everyone who dared to love without fear. The days that followed our wedding were a whirlwind, not just of celebration, but of transformation. The coven began to change, slowly but surely, like a river carving new paths through ancient stone. Eva and I took our place not only as partners in love, but as voices for a new era. We held gatherings in the gardens beneath the moonlight, inviting witches from all corners to share their stories, their truths. The magic in those nights was different, softer, more vibrant, fueled by genuine connection. Madame Morwan remained distant, her icy demeanor a constant reminder of the old order's resistance. But even she could not deny the ripple of change spreading through the coven. One evening, after a particularly peaceful ceremony honoring the bonds between witches, I found her waiting near the statue of Celine. "Yolanda," she called quietly. I walked over, heart pounding with an unpredictable mix of hope and apprehension. "I watched you both," she began, her voice softer than I expected. "Your love. It's powerful. Stronger than I ever imagined." I searched her eyes, guarded but earnest. "This change scares me," she admitted. "But I am beginning to see it is necessary." Eva joined us, her hand sliding into mine. Together we formed a silent circle of trust. "Would you consider joining us, Madame Morwan?" Eva asked gently. "Help us guide the coven into this new chapter?" For a long moment, the elder witch hesitated. Then with a slow, deliberate nod, she extended her hand. "I will try." Tears gathered in my eyes. Together we embraced 3 generations united by the unwavering truth that love, in all its beautiful forms, is the highest magic of all. From that day forward, the Crescent Hall blossomed. It became a safe haven for every kind of love, every kind of witch, fostering strength through acceptance. And Eva and I, we continued to write our story. One filled with passion, rebellion, and above all hope. Because sometimes the most powerful spells are cast not with wands or potions, but with courage and an open heart. The end for now.